What's going on, guys? It's Tactical Trash Panda here with Talking Trash Panda, Ep.9. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm glad to see you all here. I did have a little incident with YouTube a couple days ago, which got settled, but they did give me a strike, and I had to appeal that. And luckily, they looked over it and took that strike back off. So I almost thought that we weren't going to be able to dual stream this episode, but luckily we are. So again, thanks for being here. I want to thank you guys and also mention our channel sponsor, show sponsor, NuPrint Custom Firearms. And I want to let you guys know that NuPrint Custom Firearms sent me out this cool coin right here, laser engraved. Look at that. Now I got my fingerprints on it, but as you can see, that's Angry Sarge right there. And on the other side, that is my logo. Guys, NuPrint Custom Firearms is killing it. Make sure to check them out because they are your one-stop shop for your slides, laser work, and Cerakote. They offer optic cuts, slide cuts, knurling, porting, and will work with you for your custom designs. They also offer laser work, engraving, and other laser services, as well as full color spectrum of Cerakote, including camos. The next time you want something cut, lasered, or Cerakoted, go check out NuPrint Custom Firearms and let them make the next project awesome. Guys, they do amazing work. And if you hit them up on Instagram or Facebook, private chat, just let them know that Angry Trash sent you, and they will give you 10% off. Guys, you don't want to miss this. Go to their Instagram. You will see that they are killing it. They got some great work going on. That being said, let me bring my co-host, Angry Sarge, to the live stream.
What's going on,
Angry
everybody?
Sarge, what's going on, brother?
How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. It's been a long day, but I'm excited.
Yeah, get our show going and see who we got here tonight. That's always the fun part, right?
So yeah, definitely, Sarge. Before we bring our special guest tonight, do you have anything special to talk about, or?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I got some upcoming content. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on. I mean, I know we're going to talk about some stuff at the end, talking about a certain place that everybody's been kind of seeing, this whole Freedom Crew University. So we'll talk about them at the end. But thank you guys for being here. Go ahead.
Of course, that's also why I want to mention from the get-go that, I did get a strike on my channel, but we're going to get into that later tonight and go more in depth in it, like you said. But that being said, let's bring our special guest for tonight. Not Jason from TLD.
What is happening?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How's everything going?
Good to be here, man. It's going fantastic. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah,
of course, man.
You guys had a fun live last night.
Yeah, Walsh wasn't there, so we were able to kind of talk about whatever it was that we want to talk about instead of him keeping us on the leash.
I mean, not Walsh was there, so
yeah, not Walsh was there. Right? That's right. No, I appreciate
himself.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here, taking your time to come hang out with us. I know you're not going to be able to be here very long, so we want to let the viewers know first and foremost that not Jason has something going on tonight, but he's going to be here with us for a little bit. And then during that time that he's not here, we'll go ahead and bring in our next guest.
Our next guest.
Will. Mr. Will, Shogun
Mr.
Customs.
So,
What's happening,
guys,
family? How you guys doing?
Love that
Very
this is
good, man.
split down the middle. You got masked and not
Yes,
masked.
I know it's
right.
perfect, right?
you got
Oh, wait,
two bearded guys, and two masked guys. There you go.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Just poking through the screen.
Oh, jeez.
Snap,
Oh,
hey, let's
guys.
snatch their mask off their face. Just
There you go, right? Just grab it.
give me that.
Get over here.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Of
man.
course, man.
We appreciate you coming on. Of course, me and you are really close and pretty cool with each other sometimes when we're not talking shit about each other
We're talking shit about Panda.
or talking
No.
trash about Panda, right?
Right.
Hey, everybody wants to talk trash with Panda, right?
I know, right?
So,
So, go ahead.
what's funny is Sarge is the one that introduced me to both of you guys. With first being Thin Line Defense, and then I met Will from Shogun Custom through Sarge again, and both great guys. And you really, guys, you want to go support them. Follow Thin Line Defense, subscribe to their channel, and follow their Instagram. Follow Shogun Custom on Instagram. Shogun, you also have a YouTube, right?
Yeah. Just it's no underscore, so just Shogun Custom.
All right.
Let's
get
be
to
posting
it,
some things
man.
up there
So
soon.
let's get to the meat and potatoes. So let's let Jason or not Jason. Sorry, my bad.
That's
My bad.
all right.
Not Jason. Introduce himself. Tell us a little bit about Thin Line Defense Co. So the people that don't know can know.
Absolutely. So Thin Line Defense actually started Joe. If you guys, he's another masked man over on our team. So Joe started it. He's military. He rarely took leave, and so he took an entire month of leave off one time, and he decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a knife. So he went down to like Lowe's or something, bought fire bricks and circular saws, blades, and made some knives. And I actually bought his first knife that he made, and then it came into like a custom knife that I wanted him to make. I work in law enforcement, so I wanted him to do something for me and see if he could Cerakote it. And so I bought him the Cerakote stuff for him to Cerakote, and then it was like, well, heck, if you can Cerakote knives, can you Cerakote guns? And so it kind of went into that just out of his garage, and then we started building guns for people, and Joe got busy with what he was doing, so he kind of turned everything over to Walsh, and Walsh just ran with it since then. He's been doing a bunch of gear reviews, and that's kind of what we're known for now, is a lot of gear reviews and gun reviews. Myself, let's see here. I did 11 years in the Air Force, and I'm coming up on 13 years now in law enforcement. I've conducted ops all over the U.S. and even in other countries. Love everything that I've done, and I've worked something as simple as like drug cases to procurement fraud cases. Probably my most rewarding ones was dogfighting. So kind of going after those folks that are having, raising dogs for fighting or rooster fighting, cockfighting. Those have been the most rewarding ones, of rescuing those dogs. And someone that didn't have anything to do in that arena initially, it was really surprising when we started working with the Humane Society. They have like an 80% placement. They're able to get about 80% of those fighting dogs adopted. So that's been a very rewarding part of my job.
That's impressive.
Over the last 8 years.
Very impressive, man.
Yeah,
that is.
So loving it, man. I love everything that I do.
Don't blame me one bit, man.
I don't either. I love dogs, and I'm a big fan of, I'm a huge lover of pit bulls, and I know pit bulls get into dog fighting way more often than any other dog.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you helping those dogs out, because they get such a bad rep because of their loyalty that it sucks. I mean,
they're sweet dogs, man.
Yep,
they are.
Gentle, they're good family dogs. But yeah, people take advantage of that and turn them into a monster. And
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's sad, man. But like I said, it's the most recent one I did was down in the Atlanta area, and the site that I did the search warrant at, we had 15 dogs on site, and as I was walking around, I was in charge of doing photographs and video of the dogs. Um, of the 15 that were there, 14 of them were just tails wagging. They just wanted love. One was really scared and didn't want anything to do with me. But man, to see those dogs get taken care of and then put into good, loving homes, I can't think of much more that's rewarding than that in the law enforcement. In my career.
Right. I mean, it's good that you found something to be passionate about and actually do something you enjoy. Because I mean, it's not hard to get into the job and fall into something that you really don't even want to get out of bed to go to work and do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's good, man. So
So-
I don't want to keep you too long because I know we're on a limited amount of time, but
Yeah.
I saw all the SHOT Show stuff that you guys did, and I think y'all are still pushing out more content, right? Or are you
I think
done
we're
with it?
done. We're done with our SHOT Show content. Yeah, we
Okay.
did it a little bit different than last year. Last year was our first year. We had no idea what we were getting into, and so Walsh and I were up till midnight every night. There's probably one or two nights that Walsh fell asleep, like boots on. He edited a video and he's like, "Hey man, can you watch this and see if everything's okay?" And he just assed out on the bed, like started snoring, boots on and everything. So we said we're not going to be doing that this year. We got a bunch of recording, but instead of trying to push them out that day, we spread them out every 6 hours or 8 hours or so.
Yeah.
I think the last video came out Sunday or Monday was our last SHOT Show video.
So if you can't tell, I don't know if you can see the comments, but your super fan showed up, J-Dub.
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Hey, what's up, J-Dub?
I think he wants to know your actual thoughts on that little reel I did today.
Which one? The one on Instagram?
Yeah, the Zev one, your favorite company.
It's funny. My biggest gripe with Zev, and J-Dub knows this, is just the price. Yeah, that's honestly my biggest gripe. They're local to me. I'm here in Washington State, and the other thing was specifically for J-Dub at SHOT Show. I went by the Zev booth because I wanted to get him some Zev swag, and man, it was like pulling teeth over there with those guys. They had like Palmetto State Armory, no joke, man. They had literal buckets of swag out that you could just go and like grab whatever you want. And Zev had nothing out. And I had to show this dude a picture of J-Dub's collection and like, is there any swag that I can get to send to this dude? And he was like, let me go see if I can find you a patch. So if you guys saw our live chat yesterday, not Walsh that was on, that's J-Dub.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing his Zev patch that I got him.
That's pretty hilarious, man. Just all the hate. It's like Walsh and the MRO, right? He loathes that optic, just loathes it. And I'm like, talking to myself about it. I'm like, what's so wrong with it? Like, I've used it for a long time, right? And it's like, just go run one and then check it out and tell me how you feel about it. So I think you should make that happen. Not Jason with Trigicon, just as a surprise thing, send it to Walsh, and then I just want to see a video on it.
Like the price that you're paying for that, it's a tough one. I'm a bargain shopper. If I can find a good deal on one, I'll do it. But it's funny because Walsh is like, these things are so expensive, and then you see him, he's playing with some $11,000 EOTech thermal optic. It's like whoa.
Well, even then, apples to oranges, EOTech versus a Trigicon MRO. I mean,
I don't know.
They're different because one's a holographic sight, but other than that, I mean, the prices they're definitely different.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, I hear you.
All right, so tell us how SHOT Show went for you guys. Like, what was some cool stuff that you ran into? Some stuff that disappointed you? Anything like that?
I'll start with my disappointment. So Oracle Arms. They have their 2311, so
Mhm.
it's basically a double stack 1911. I don't know if I should call it that, but it takes SIG P320 magazines.
Right.
I was really excited about that, and there seemed to be a lot of viewers that we had that were excited about us swinging by the booth and checking those guns out. Beautiful guns, but for the price that you're paying, which is cheaper than a Staccato, but not by much. The triggers on those things were horrible, and I hope that the ones that we had were they should have been called Staccato. I hope those are just prototypes, and that's not going to be the final trigger. Because for me,
Yeah.
if I'm going to be dropping $1,700 on a gun, I want it to be I want it to have at least a decent trigger. It was not a good trigger at all. So that was probably the most disappointing thing that I saw at SHOT Show.
Right. Well, I mean, and I don't blame you because there's so much hype around it. Everybody was posting about it.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
crazy.
absolutely. But the thing that how did you word it? The thing that I liked the most?
Yeah. I mean, anything that kind of stood out. And it doesn't have to be one thing. If there's a couple different things that you really like, the overall.
Yeah, just some. I don't know. I guess some of the companies, some of the booths that we stopped at I was surprised at how willing they were to talk with us and show off their stuff. I was talking a little bit about this before the show started. That one of the most impressive things for me was meeting John Lovell. So he was at Treasure Island. So the SHOT Show's happening at the Venetian. Across the street is Treasure Island. So after SHOT Show, we were staying at Treasure Island. Walsh and I go back to our room, and John Lovell is downstairs. Like, it looked like he was waiting for someone, but he was just hanging out. And such a nice guy, man. I mean, I went up to him, big fan, got pictures with him, told him, Walsh had said, like, hey, we're a small YouTube channel, and he was very, very complimentary. Don't say that. You guys are doing good work for Second Amendment. It was just great to meet him. So that was probably the most rewarding thing that I saw at SHOT Show, was meeting him.
Yeah. No, I mean, I felt the same way.
That'd
I
be
saw him
pretty
at
awesome.
the USCCA Expo when they came here, and he's so humble, like genuine. Like when when you meet somebody, and I know we said that earlier, but when you just walk up to somebody and they're just a genuine type of person.
Yeah.
Because they just give off something different is about them,
Yeah.
He seems like a very humble guy. Like, you two are lucky to meet him. I would love to take a class.
It was good. But all in all, man, SHOT Show was just we loved it. We're hoping next year we're gonna have some more people go. One of the things we talked about, Joe, another guy on our team that started TLD, he'll be coming, and then we're actually going to be doing probably a raffle or something for our viewers. We'll pick a winner, a couple months before SHOT Show, and then get them all their credentials and actually pay for them airfare, room and board, food, all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Come out to SHOT Show with us and be a media person. They'll be we'll put them to work. They're going to be holding the camera or something. But that's something that we're going to be looking to do next year. So there'll actually be 4 of us. And that's something that Walsh and I were talking about at SHOT Show. For anyone that is thinking about going by yourself, it's fun. It's okay. But going with another person that's as excited about the stuff as you are, you kind of play off each other, and it makes it so much more enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if I went, obviously I'd want to link up with the people that I know. So it's cool having people that are already doing it and getting that, I guess, motivation to get that process going, because who knows if I ever do it, but the more that I see you guys doing it, I'm like, yeah, I got to
do it. Absolutely, man. I anybody that has a YouTube channel, I'd say make it happen. The media fee is like $30 to go. You got to pay for your hotel and food and all that stuff while you're there. But actually getting in the SHOT Show is pretty easy if you got a YouTube channel.
So I know some people get sponsored, and that's how some of our instructors from our university was able to go. So I don't know how that works, but if I was going to do it, I'd rather just do it under the guise of media. I mean, I don't know if a sponsorship is the way, what expectations they're going to have and want and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Honestly, our first year, which was last year, we applied as a joke. Like Walsh submitted an application, and it got to the point where it's like, send us a copy of your media credentials. And Walsh was like, okay, they caught us. And a month later, he gets an email from their media guy saying, hey, you didn't finish this. He's like, well, I don't have this. I just have a YouTube channel. Well, send me the link to the YouTube channel. And we did. And the guy was like, okay, you're approved. Walsh sent me a message. He's like, dude, they approved me for SHOT Show.
nice.
Okay, I guess I'm doing this too. So
Yeah.
we were fish out of water last year, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool to see that first year to second year how y'all progressed, and especially the content that y'all were putting out. I mean, it's completely different if you go back and look at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, which was funny last year is it was dead last year compared to this year, and so we had an appointment, like as an example, last year we had an appointment with Palmetto State Armory. And as we were filming them, Aero Precision, which is right next door, they had a guy come over and was like, hey, can you come over to our booth and record in our booth? We didn't have anything set up with them, but there was practically no media there. Right. So these guys are trying to show off, they had their new bolt action rifle. They had their new suppressor that they were trying to show off. No media folks are there.
Well, you remember that whole fiasco that they had. I mean, I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it. The
This
whole
year?
employee thing.
Early last year?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, for the whole bonus and all that stuff. You remember that?
Yep.
So, yeah, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So if you want to fill a form out to go to SHOT Show, how early on in the year do you have to get that thing in the way?
So they usually, like this last year, it was before December 15th. I think you could do it up to probably the week before, but if you did it before December 15th this past year for media, it was free. So you didn't have to pay the $30. You just got in for free. Okay. I think the first year we did it about the same time, like November-ish is when we submitted our application. This year was super easy, I think, because we've done it before. And they tell you, like, just because you've been approved once doesn't mean that you're going to be approved each time. But this year was way easier. We just like, yes, I want to go, and boom, we got the approval.
Well, I know you have to submit 6 months for the range day.
I don't know. We didn't know how that worked out. We definitely didn't know the first year, and this year it probably, because we tried it in like November, December, and they were like, yeah, it's already booked up.
Yeah.
But I was told that you have to like get sponsored by one of the companies, and NSSF said, no, you just have to basically like ask us to go and we'll put your name on it. It's interesting. Like Walsh he's not that interested in firearms and industry range day.
Yeah.
He really likes that supplier showcase that we've shown off the last 2 years, but having basically 2 groups of 2 next year, the plan is Joe and I do industry range day. Okay. Walsh and whoever else comes with us goes to the supplier showcase.
Ooh, that'd be hard. That'd be real hard. Could you imagine being the guy and you're like, yeah, I'd like to go see and try out some new guns and stuff. No, I'm stuck with Walsh.
Yep. I tell you what, man, the supplier showcase, it's pretty rewarding. We've actually gotten some really good contacts for our channel. There's guys that like we don't have a good contact at Staccato, for example, but we have a great contact with the guy that does their DLC coding. Okay. Right. So it's kind of like, okay, well, we could reach out to funny thing. His name is Jason. Like we could reach out to Jason and have him put us in contact with his contact at Staccato.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Will, you got anything you want to know?
What?
Yeah. You can ask questions too.
No, hey, this is Jason's time, man.
I know. I'm talking about time. Yeah, I'm talking about if there's anything you want to ask him about SHOT Show.
No, to be honest, my mind is kind of dead. I'm kind of tired today, so I'm just here to help support.
Oh man.
Yeah. But you guys, I love the way you guys do your reviews. I just want to say that, like, it's fun to watch. The quality is good. Everything is scripted out smooth and seamless.
Yeah.
It's clear, concise. It's good. It's good entertainment, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's something that you kind of see the progression too, especially with me. I don't know how Walsh did it initially, but I used to just kind of record. It was off the cuff. And now I don't have any in front of me, I don't think. But I script out. Walsh does the same thing. Like, our videos are all scripted out. Any jokes that are in our videos, those are all scripted out. Me making fun of Walsh, that's all scripted out. And it's funny. Like, I'll tell Walsh, I send him a message saying, like, hey, can you send me like 10 seconds of video? Just, he's got literal piles of stuff that he needs to review. So I was like, hey, dude, can you send me like 10-second video clip of the piles of stuff that you need to review? He was like, why do you want that? I go, well, I'm making fun of you, saying the reason you're going to see me more on the channel is because you got so much stuff to do and you got literal piles of stuff to review. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh yeah, that's funny. Okay, I'll send you the clip. All that stuff is all scripted out. Yeah. So we put a lot of time and energy into our videos. We do all of our own editing. Probably, I don't think it's unreasonable to say it's 10 to 30 hours of time that we put into our videos.
Man, I'll tell you what, I understand that 100%. I recently just got into video editing myself and doing logo animation, so I did a lot of stuff for me. You see Sarge's outro, I did that. And this shit takes time. Reels, it takes time. If you really want it to be, fun to look at.
Yeah, especially when you're doing like 15, 20 takes and you're like cussing. You're like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. And all that for like a minute and a half worth of film. And you're like, I can't even say one word right. Just one.
The ones that get me is when I'm reading my script. Like, I've researched this, I wrote it all out, and in the middle of me recording, I realize I got something wrong. So it's like the camera's on, and I'm going, wait a minute, that's not right. I got to pull out my phone and like, yeah, that's wrong. Okay, man, I turn off the camera. Let me rewrite this.
You're like, fuck, it was 90% done.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's definitely good to have a script, especially when you have that script down by the 50th take. You can kind of flow throughout the script, in and out of it, improvise a little bit, make it seem natural. Because to be honest, I didn't know it was scripted until you just told me that. So clearly you guys know how to bring that naturalness to it. You know what I mean?
Well, and a lot of that comes just from time doing it. Like, the amount of times that I've recorded videos now and edited it. In my script, I have it annotated if the camera is going to be on me, like if you're going to see my masked face, or if it's going to be B-roll. And so then I know, like, I can record all the audio in one take, because it's just a lot of it's just reading.
Right.
And then I go back over and I go, okay, what do I need B-reel for? Let me take those, and then it's just the editing part of putting the B-reel over that audio.
Yep.
What are you using for your software?
Adobe Premiere Elements. Walsh is using Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah.
I'm not. Again, I'm a cheap guy, so I'm not willing to pay the $50 a month that he is.
I hate that about Adobe, man. Damn, you want my money every month for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to get to a viewer question real quick. I'm sorry to kind of interrupt. Somebody's wanting to know about Caltech. Did y'all visit Caltech?
Not. So we didn't do a booth visit, like recording at the booth. We did stop by there and checked out some of the new things. I'm kind of a fan of Caltech. I got a sub 2000 that I tricked out with some stuff from M Carbo, which is a company out of Florida. That Caltech sub 2000 is probably, it's like a $500 gun. I probably put $500 worth of stuff into it. So I do like a lot of their stuff, but we didn't do an official booth visit there.
Gotcha.
When are you all going to get together? Is that for us? TLD?
I don't know if that's a TLD and us, or if that's a me and Panda. I don't know. So I'm going to say that would be nice, but we all live.
Yeah, it's funny.
We all live across the nation, so
we just all got to meet at Scott Show.
Yeah. There you go.
You're right. Right,
man.
there you
Show
go. I was
up
just
stuff.
thinking about a range day for all of us one day, and I'm like, earlier today when I was driving, I'm like, man, that would be awesome. But we all live so far apart from one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. That's the. I mean, it's the same thing like you guys. It is with TLD. So, I'm in Washington State. We got a guy in Colorado. We got another guy in Nebraska. People transitioning into new jobs. Transitioning out of the military, possibly moving across country. Like, SHOT Show is the only time that we can get together in person.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it'd be fun to do like a get together and do that, maybe a range event or something, and get some of our subs and all that stuff together and actually put on something and do it up. Train. I'll come out there and maybe show a couple things that I've learned over my many years of doing dumb stuff.
And then he gets up there and he's like, all right, guys, so here's how you hold the gun.
Yep. Teacup it all the way. If you're not teacupping it, you're wrong.
Make sure to make that pew pew noise.
Yes.
Hey,
Better.
You want to ride the recoil? Okay.
Oh, jeez. You guys.
Nah, we'll be expert marksmen by the time you're done with us.
No way.
We'll be
Come on.
keyholing from 100.
Come on. Come
just,
on.
Springfield Hellcat.
No. We'll be a group of angry degenerates.
Angry
degenerates. Yeah. It's funny. Walsh just comes across as an a-hole a lot, and he tells people all the time, like, hey, you guys got to understand, like, I'm the nice one on the team. Walsh is definitely the nice one on the team. There's a lot of times where I'm like, F that person. If you guys follow our channel, last summer we did a summer of OpsCore. So tons of OpsCore stuff. Mm-hmm. And part of it was because one of their guys made us really upset. And I was the type that was like, F them, let's bury them. And Walsh was like, no, we're going to kill them with kindness. We're just going to he bought all that stuff. Like, we're just going to show off their stuff and just knock it out of the park. And now they love us.
Yep.
All right, then, man.
I mean, that's how it works sometimes, man. Sometimes you just don't get noticed. I mean, I guess I'm finding that out kind of the harder way.
Mm-hmm.
People wanting to talk to me and wanting to do stuff, and then turn around and kind of bail. So
yeah. The one thing that we heard the most of from the companies that we work with was consistency. Like, we had a guy from HRT, before he ever sent Walsh a plate carrier, he said, I checked out your channel and I just wanted to see how consistent were they. Oh, they're doing at least one video a week. Usually it drops every Sunday. That's consistent. We like that. Yeah, I'll send them a rack for them to do a review on. So
okay.
Consistent.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is, with all the things going on with YouTube, like, I kid you not, I am going through their TOS line by line just to make sure that I can write out a quick, hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Because, I mean, you've worked so hard to even put out the content, take the time to film it and all that stuff. You got to water it down just so it meets what they're going to like.
Yep. Well, and part of it is just, all we ask on our channel is just, hey, YouTube, just tell us what the rules are and we'll follow them. We're more than happy to follow the rules. The problem is that if you guys saw, I put a short out today, and it didn't show a single, like, I didn't handle a gun. I think there might have been a gun on the wall behind me. Like, that was the only firearm that was in a video. And we got a limited ad strike on that video.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
You talking about me the other day?
It's ridiculous.
What got me the other day was, I guess, the algorithm or the bot that handles it. I had build in the title, and that just flagged it. But as soon as I put in the appeal, I guess somebody went back and actually watched the video and realized I wasn't doing anything against guidelines.
Like a trigger word. You know, you put build in it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, they're teaching people how to do stuff. No, watch the video, and you'll see that it's watered down.
Yeah. I literally had to like, all right, this is the pieces that I got. These are the parts that I got.
Yeah.
Let me stop the video.
Yeah.
Get back on. Here it is, guys. It's all put together.
Right.
But
So I love this comment from Jose Romero. It says YouTube keeps moving the goalposts without notifications regardless. One of my favorite videos that I watched recently was a video game YouTuber, a streamer, who is seeing the same frustration that we've been seeing in the gun community for years now in video games. And so the rule that YouTube has is something like, if you curse within the first 10 seconds of your video, then you can get a content strike, or they could demonetize the video.
Yeah.
Well, the problem, and we see this a lot, is YouTube will make a rule, right? Your video that you did 3 years ago, when you created that video, that rule didn't apply, and so that video is good, but they say this is the rule, and we're going to apply it across all of our videos.
Yep.
And so here's this video game YouTuber, the guy's probably a liberal, and he's going, this is ridiculous. Why is YouTube holding us to these standards? And it's like, bro, we've been dealing with this for years in the gun community.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memes is that one with the guy's got the rope around his neck. I forget the actor's name, but it's got
James Franco.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he's like, first time, huh? You know, like
Yeah, exactly.
what the meme I'm talking about. Yeah,
That is it.
you have no idea.
Like Jason said, I mean, I've been saying this for a while too. Like the fact that they make these new rules and don't grandfather old videos prior to them changing the rules, it makes no sense at all.
Man, I want Elon Musk.
Who really has time?
Yeah, by YouTube.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
Yep, probably.
Oh my God! Look at this comment. Go 2 comments down. Also after this.
Call of Duty is about to suck.
Yeah.
They have a handgun roster on there too.
Yeah.
You got like a what's it called, the fixed stock, you know, fin grip on the ARs.
Oh my God. I mean, that should give you like a more stable grip, right?
The fin grip.
You would think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like weapon tuning
in
and
video
all.
games, yeah. Plus
Yeah.
10 stability.
Yes.
Right. The video game. Yeah. Hey, you know, I lived in California for 99% of my life. When I was there, I worked at gun stores there. It was the most frustrating thing to explain the difference between a fixed mag AR and a featureless. That was the word I was looking for. A featureless AR
Featureless.
and a handgun roster. And why? How come I can't get this? Oh, fuck. It's like the same questions every day, man.
I get it, man. I grew up in California. My dad still lives there, and I was trying to get him a gun one time, and it was like, okay, you got to take this class. You're only allowed this one. You got to go to this gun store. Like, it was just, finally, it was like, forget about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in Michigan now, so I'm much happier. Much happier.
I mean, y'all still have you don't have a roster, but you have to register
handguns,
your pistols,
Yeah.
which is weird to me because I'm like, I don't have to register anything.
Dude, you know what, man? Michigan votes blue, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Yeah, I know you know. It's weird, man. Especially out here in Detroit, man. It's like everyone, everyone's still masked up, like you guys.
Yeah.
Everyone's still wearing a
Yay!
coat. I'm like, dude, the shit's done. And it ain't going anywhere. It's still kind of here, actually. But anyways, onwards.
Yep.
I feel you though, because growing up in Maryland, I mean, they had a roster too. You're limited to what you're able to buy, how many rounds you're able to purchase. Magazine rounds.
Had a handgun roster.
Yeah, they got a roster. There has to be anytime something new comes out, it takes about anywhere from 6 months to a year for them to even approve being able to sell it.
Dude, I did not.
And then if you want a handgun, you gotta first go and take a class to get a handgun qualification license, and after that class is complete, you fill out pretty much what it looks like a 4473 just to get your just to get your permit and everything. You gotta get your fingerprints done, and then you would think after doing all these 4473s, nope, you still gotta fill out another 4473 just to purchase the handgun, even though you're showing them that you have the license. It's like,
oh, golly.
and a 7-day waiting period.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they've done some of those here in Washington. So nothing over 10 rounds in magazines, but anytime if it's a semi-automatic rifle or a pistol, the gun store can't do your background check. You got to fill out a state form, and then it goes to your local either police department or county sheriff, and they do the background check, and then they have to say proceed or not proceed. And you got to be careful about what gun stores you go through. Like, I bought one of those Henry AR-7s, those survival rifles.
Yeah.
Sportsman's Warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And Sportsman's Warehouse, their policy is they will not release the gun. So the law says that you shall release the gun if you don't get a proceed within 10 days, right? Sportsman's Warehouse is they will not release it until they get a proceed. So there's guys that are waiting for 54 days before they get their gun from Sportsman's Warehouse. Sportsman's Warehouse is,
it was the same way in California, man. Like the gun shop I worked at, we were honestly, like, not trying to be cocky or anything, but we were probably like San Diego's favorite gun shop because we were just for the people, like really, really for the people. And a lot of other gun shops took advantage of Californians when the you can't ship ammo to your house anymore ban took effect.
Yeah.
All these gun shops would charge you a premium of at least $50. Even for one box of ammo, they would charge you a transfer fee of $50, man. So we would let people ship ammo to our shop and not even charge them transfer fees, you know. So we would do things like that. But if it ever came back like it's been a while. Not denied, but just a what's the other approved, denied on your 4473.
Where it says like awaiting or something. Indeterminate, yeah.
Yeah, after that 30 days, man, the owners, you know, they just be like, here, if they can't do their fucking job and figure out if you're a criminal or not, just here, take it. You know?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. A lot to take in. All right, we're at 43 minutes. So I want to make sure that we don't keep you too long if you plan on.
Yeah. I got a date night tonight, fellas.
Look at that.
My wife hasn't poked her head in yet, but
lucky you.
I should
look at that.
Yes.
I don't blame you, man. You got to do what you got to do. Make me happy.
I appreciate you guys letting me hop on board and just shoot the shit a little bit with you guys. Anytime, I'd love to come back on if possible. Always a pleasure listening to you guys and chatting away.
I know Walsh has been super busy because I don't see his comments out there anymore, but I get it. I understand it. Yeah. Maybe we could get Joe on. That'd be hilarious. He'd be like, what?
Friday nights, I don't know if he would be home in time. Yeah. He might have to jump on a little bit later.
Right.
But that's another dude that's working like 10 to 13-hour days every day.
Right.
So, no, I appreciate it. Thanks, Panda, Sarge, Will.
No,
of course.
Nice seeing you guys.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, it was good to see you,
fellas.
man. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Okay, enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, brother. You too, man.
You as well. Take care.
All right. Now we got the will. The will.
The
way, right? You're the will, I'm the way. How's that? Does that work?
I like that, man. Yeah, no, man. But Zachary was right. Yeah, it's not Michigan. It's Detroit. Detroit is super blue.
Colorado's the same way. Denver's so blue that
messes
it's terrible.
Everybody else, because you got a lot of hunters out here in Michigan. You know, there's a very big hunting culture, and you know they like their guns, but You know, it's the same way in California too, man. A lot of people think Californians don't like guns, but it's actually the opposite, man. It's San Francisco and LA fucks it up for everybody.
Right.
There are a lot of guns in California. It used to be a free state. You know, we were able to have 30-round mags going to, you know, Kmart or Dick's Sporting Goods, or not time, but Big Five, and just Kmart, you know, buy a gun right there and leave. Same, you know what I mean? Like, there was a time, right? But unfortunately, politics and, you know,
it happens, man. I feel like
it's crazy.
I feel like it's getting worse now with social media too, because then social media, people get all their information from social media, and social media is not always correct.
Yeah.
So they're just voting off what the opinions of their friends or peers are. So,
yep. And it's sad. It's a really sad state of affairs, especially with, you know, just everything going on, and just in the 2A aspect. I mean, you still have so many things going on that shouldn't be going on, and we shouldn't have to fight as hard as we're fighting to, you know, protect our rights. But I mean, to me, it's just, you got to do it. Teach your kids and have them grow up understanding what their rights are and
save this culture, man.
Yeah, I mean,
we are at war. It is a culture war for sure. It's a spiritual warfare happening, and there's a culture war happening.
I was just talking with my coworker today. Like, I'm worried that after maybe our kids' generation, like the next generation after that is probably gonna be no free thinkers anymore. Everybody's just gonna be like a robot.
Dude, it takes two generations. Go ahead, Panda. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, if things don't change, like I feel like the generation after that will eventually be just robots or like slaves to whoever that's in power. Like, okay, well, they said I can't do it, so I guess I can't do it. But well, it's our duty to teach the next generation.
We got to, man, because like I was gonna say, 2 generations is all it takes to change a culture. Like, it's that simple. And the powers that be, you know, you have Hollywood.
3 generations right now is what they've been pushing, and I'm surprised we held on as long as we have.
No shit. I mean? It's a very strategically planned out plan, if that makes sense. To change this shit, man. I mean, look what's happening. I was just talking to my cousin or to my uncle. I'm like, dude, you know, we used to be like, look at our military, man. Now they're like, oh, we might not even say sir anymore. You know, like they're considering that. And you have people up in the you know, high positions like saying, you know what, my subordinates are yelling at me now. Like, back in my day, you yelled at your senior officer or whatever. Like, you what, boy? You know, you kick your ass out.
Yeah, I mean, it was completely different. Now what we used to do to soldiers could be considered hazing.
Right.
I mean, depending on what you did and how you did it. I mean, to me, there was hazing, but what I did had a purpose and a reason behind the punishments that I gave. But yeah, I mean, now you try to even enact that lesson type of punishment, and it's hazing, automatic.
Right.
They're like, oh, well, Sarge is mean to me, so I gotta tell on him so he gets in trouble and gets reduced in rank and loses pay and all this stuff. It's like, why? Why do you even want to do it anymore?
Yeah.
And you see that, like, even the military and law enforcement is diminishing in numbers.
Yeah.
So because nobody wants to deal with it.
Well, exactly. All the good ones don't want to do it anymore. It's not worth it. It's just not.
I don't blame.
And you get it.
So
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead and finish.
No, you first.
Come on. No, I mean, it just comes down to we wanted to do the job, right? There's a reason why we did the job. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I just want to make a difference or something like that. But in reality, it just comes down to people like me. The reason why we do it is because we're protectors by nature, right?
Sure.
We're protectors, and that's what we want to do is protect, right? It's not the servitude part of it is just that's our nature. That's why it says protect and serve, right? Those were the kind of original, uh, I guess, law enforcement, in my opinion, is the reason why we did it. Protect and serve, right? People want to make a difference or whatever, but you're driving those people out that want to actually do the job.
Well, the law's
And
not on their side anymore.
yeah, no, it's not. I mean, to the point where, I've told this story where, the guy that tried to murder his wife, is free. Why is he free? If he has no respect and will attempt to kill a cop who he called to his house and then ambushed him, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of person needs to be out on the streets like that? And it's because we don't do what? We don't enforce the laws that are already on the books. We let stuff kind of slide or whatever with this soft mentality of we can't put people away. Well, that's a first degree felony. A first degree felony is 99 to life or the death penalty. So where's that at?
I'm telling you, somebody, I forget who commented it, but they said the culture war is long but effective, something along those lines. And it's true,
Yeah,
man.
so that.
Yeah. And look what they turned this country into, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with all the protests and all the this woke ass culture. Man, I remember back in my day, like not that I'm like super old and shit, but back in I'm an 80s baby, right? Back in my day,
me too.
Woke, right? Woke this is not what we use woke as. When we say, oh man, you're like that's some woke shit. Like, man, I'm woke, right? We meant like we were up on game as far as how we're getting fucked, from people control the system. You know what I mean? And brainwash us. And like alchemy, you know what I mean? Like a damn sorceress brainwashing us through the TVs, through the phone, through the media, through this. Now woke is completely different. It's accept everybody. There's some bullshit ideology. Oh, this dude wants to be a helicopter. This girl wants to be a dog. All good. And now let's have male, dudes in sports beating the shit out of women. Like, that's woke culture now. And I hate that it's shifted to that definition. But they did that, man. The left, they did that through movies, through music, through commercials, through ads, through TV. I mean, look, you can't watch a single fucking show on Netflix, Hulu, anywhere. And like, I'm sorry, I'm not judging, but that doesn't have a female kissing a female, dude kissing a dude. Like, there's always some gay shit in front of us now. And I miss the days where, should I not be talking about this actually on YouTube?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to get us like hammered on or what nowadays.
Look, they try to flag me off a damn title. So at this point, screw it.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't want to go too deep in it, obviously, because we don't have much time.
I just miss the days when you did what you did alone. Like, you didn't go flashing in front of everybody's face. Like, look at me. Like, okay, cool, man. That's your life. You do what you do. Don't bug the shit. Don't bug me. Don't bother me. Right now, it's like in your face, and they're in kids' life.
Right. So, and that's what you're basically getting to, and I agree with you because I don't care what anybody wants to do with themselves or behind closed doors or whatever. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna respect you as a person. If as long as you respect me, I'm gonna respect your whatever you want to do. But don't try to force that into my lifestyle every moment you get. So I completely understand where you're coming from, Lou. Like,
I mean, it's the force part. It's different. Like, we'll just take, for instance, like influencers, right? I don't follow all kinds of influencers, and it's not because I don't want to. It's because they don't align with me or how I feel or whatever. So I don't watch everybody and everything.
Right.
you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it just
Yeah.
comes down to that and the relevancy. Like everybody wants to be relevant. Everybody's saying something that's important, even when it's not. And they're pushing stuff out there on people that aren't asking for it. If you want to do that on your channel, I don't need to see an ad for it if it, the algorithm says I do. I could just click
Yeah.
off of it and be done,
Right.
But you can't get mad at me for not wanting to see it.
Right. Thank you. Damn. And our
Yes.
kids, like, look, our kids, look what they're being brainwashed into now, man. You got these drag queens reading them books at schools, and like, come on, man, don't do that. Don't mess with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's also a reason. Like, the kids are the next generation, and they're easiest to influence, and that's why they try to brainwash the
know.
kids.
Yeah.
They fucking know. Y'all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
all right,
all right.
let's get
Yeah,
off
yeah.
this topic
Yeah.
and go into actual things that we need to
Yeah.
talk about. So
So
you guys
start
keep
it off.
hearing me. You guys keep hearing me talking about how I got a strike in the beginning of this week. I wake up really early in the morning. So first thing I saw when I was going through my phone is a YouTube notification saying I got a strike and that I wouldn't be able to post, comment, or publish anything for a week. I was basically in YouTube jail. And I was like, what did I do wrong to get a strike? So I look at it, and it was like one of my most recent videos, and I was like, I could have sworn I went through the whole trouble of editing this thing and butchering it to the point where I wouldn't get a strike. Came out to be the title, but that being said, now they are really coming hard on gun tubers and what we can and can't publish onto the platform. So I feel like pretty soon gun content is not going to be available anymore on this platform. And unfortunately, we are not going to be able to learn for free anymore. And because of that, it kind of pushed a certain group of us into getting together and coming up with the idea of Freedom Crew University, which I'm going to put right over here.
There you go, right there. Hold on. Let me take this away.
Over here, you could build with the best. Look at who we have on the roster right here as chief instructors. You have Marine Gun Builder. You have P80 Ralph, the Rogue Banshee. You have DLD After Dark. Yours truly right here. You have Flying Rich. You have Will from Shogun Customs. And you have Sean. He's going by a different name now.
Benchies go boom.
Benchies go boom.
Yeah.
He used to be 2A all day. Two bills,
2A all day.
But 2A all day, but Benchies go boom. But guys, there's a link in the description of this video. We need you guys to go there and enroll just in the school itself. Like, enroll, check out what we have right now, what we're going to be offering you. You are not going to be able to find this information anywhere else. We are the next revolutionary thing to hit the web right now when it comes to two-way content. We are going to be personally teaching classes in an instructor like environment. So,
Sure.
guys,
well, and this is what I'll say, because there's been, we talked about this today in our group chat. The people were maybe not finding the value, and I see it placed on Reddit or wherever else, everybody's posting stuff. Like, they're like, well, this should be free information. Sure. I would love that.
We agree.
But you got to respect people's time as well, right? Shouldn't my time be worth something? Because I can't do it on YouTube and make my money there. So I have to make money elsewhere. So in essence, you're helping this kind of community grow off that. and build, making the next set of builders, next set of gunsmiths, next set of armors, all these different things. And that's what it comes down to. It doesn't really come down to, oh, well, it's, $299 and we get, it's a special, so it's $250 or $249.99. I mean, you have to think of it like that, as like, I get it, it costs money, but you're not going to
Free to
get
make.
some regular Joe that's a backyard Bubba that's going to show you how to, maybe do your stuff right.
Well, and you know what, Sarge? The thing is, too, man, is that mentality borderlines entitlement, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this. Okay, cool. You want to learn how to stipple? I'll tell you everything I use, and that's it. Here's a list of tools. Go have fun. Oh, well, how do I don't know, man. Go ahead. I mean, here's what I use. There's a tool. Exact bits I use. Go stipple. Well, how do I do HD borders? Oh, bro, you just spin at 3,500 or 35,000 RPM and just run through the frame, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, how do I hold it? Well, now you're starting to get a little too involved here, buddy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, exactly. And look at the value that you're going to bring. Like you could basically be preparing somebody to become their own business off of this. You know what I'm saying?
I'd do that, man. I really would.
So it all comes down to perspective. That's all it is. Perspective.
Yeah.
I would love to learn how to stipple. Why haven't I tried it? Because I don't want to mess up my frame. I'm good with tools, but I'm lucky enough where I could probably hit you up and FaceTime you. But
yes, sir.
Like, what if you didn't have somebody like that? What if you didn't have YouTube to show you how to do certain things and actually be there one-on-one personally with you,
right,
in a classroom environment? Hey, okay, so next step is this, next step is that. You're doing great. Okay, try to work on this differently. All right, there you go. Yeah. That's what we're gonna be doing. I mean,
No, you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So we're still working on things, but I believe as of right now, things are still the same. Minimum of 3 students per class, maximum of 6 students. We also do one-on-ones.
But I mean, I said, it all comes down to look at where we are. Like, we can go to Rumble and make, 30, 40 cents pushing out good content, maybe, if we're lucky. Or, we could have had YouTube, and YouTube would definitely pay some bills, but we don't have them. We don't have them on our side. We have so many people that are against what we're doing, even if we're doing it right and doing it legal and making sure that you're getting something that is going to function every time and going to work, because you may have to depend on that for your life. Or maybe you need that skill so you can pass it on to your children. I mean, like my son, we built one together.
Yeah.
It just boggles me, some of the complaints and stuff that I see. But I get it. I understand. Nobody wants to take their hard-earned money and put it on something that they're not sure about. So I get it.
But look at it as an investment. Don't look at it as, oh, you guys are charging me this much. Well, look, it took us years to develop these skills. It took us so much time and money and effort to develop the skills that we have today. And really, we have been sharing this knowledge with a lot of the viewers for free for a long time on YouTube. And we would have continued doing that if YouTube still allowed it. But unfortunately, they're after all the pages. Like, pretty soon you're not going to be able to find any tutorials or any information on what you're looking for two-way wise.
Well,
which is good.
At the same time, Panda, like you said, we're going to help people take their craft and turn that shit into a career, whether it's 3D printing, stippling, whatever,
gunsmithing,
and there's
armor.
That's the difference right there. Is when you go excuse me, when you go to a school to learn a craft, you don't go, this shit should be free, man. Like, you should just put it on YouTube and teach me how to do it. No, man, I'm gonna give you the tools necessary to make a lifestyle for yourself, and that you gotta pay for it, man. Like, that's just the way it goes. You don't go through a school for free unless you get a government grant.
Yeah. Well, even then, I mean, think about it like this. Even when I went to, get my bachelor's and my master's degree, right? That was supposedly paid for by my GI Bill, right?
Mm.
I still owe money. I still had to pay stuff. I had to take out student loans and all that stuff. So all that money that I earned for college, serving my country, that I used some of it. Yeah, I had to pay bills. You got to understand that. You got to take care of your family. So in order for me to get those things, I had to work for it. But on that, we had a scholarship thing that popped up. I'm sorry, that kind of prompted this, but we are talking about doing something not of that, but I think we did talk about that in one of our meetings, right?
Yeah, some type of
having
assistant.
We did.
Yeah.
Well, some kind of scholarship, like you take a class or you get nominated or something like that, and you get a free class or something.
No, I thought it was actual grants.
I don't know. I think
we have to
that's
get back to
something.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're working on that, guys.
Yeah,
the business,
We are.
So this is the lead up. This is the lead up, right? Our next show is going to be Freedom Crew University. So just so you guys are aware, we're going to have everybody there. MGB, everybody you saw on that list is going to be here, kind of talking about everything. You'll get to hang out with us, and we're a bunch of silly people.
Yeah.
You'll find that out very fast. We like to rag on each other and stuff. So it's kind of like our own little family of misfits,
right?
If you want to call it that. So it'll be good. You'll get to ask the questions that you want to ask, learn some stuff, find out more about it, and kind of go from there. And to answer Zupi, I'm pretty sure that's going to have to be on you.
Do we cover any machining?
Machining.
Are we teaching how to use like CNC machines or 3D printing? Because
I don't know if she's talking about buying equipment for machining or talking about when they're building the AKs and stuff where they're going to have to weld and all that stuff. 3D printing, anything like that. But like if it's machines and stuff like that, that's like bolts.
Yeah. Have a materials list,
etc.
Yeah, you'll have a list.
Okay, so we can give you a recommended list of what you'll need for a class, and we're working on that right now. I mean, every day it seems like we're improving something. Somebody's coming up with another idea, we're all joining our heads together, and we're still in that growing phase. But brainstorming, there you go.
Yeah.
So what we would also like to do is, the reason why we want you guys to enroll, it's completely free to enroll in the university. But we also need your feedback on what you think we can improve. So we have forums in there. We have so much information in there. But we also need your feedback as well, like constructive feedback. Let us know where we can improve. If you don't understand how the site is working, let us know what's going on so we can get it there.
Yeah, please do, man.
This is something.
I was going to do this on Instagram, man. I went live and not many people tuned in because I thought I had the millions and millions of rock fans on my side, but I didn't. But I was trying to see if anybody, because some people said, I went to the site and I'm trying to get feedback, for everybody. We're all trying to get feedback. So please help us, guys. Honestly, anything new is going to go through a rough patch, right? And, we're wanting to get it right for everybody. We're on it Panda was saying, we're trying to revolutionize this field, this industry, this concept. You know what I mean? So
which is way cheaper than SDI.
yeah,
Just saying,
yeah. Who stole our tagline?
I mean, just look at it this way: you could take all of the classes that we offer and still be cheaper than SDI,
Not even
and
a third.
still gain a lot more knowledge, and still walk away, if you like the stippling side, with a career.
Yeah.
That you can start on your own
Yep.
and be your own boss.
By the time you get through my advanced class, so you got basic, intermediate, and advanced. By the time you get through my advanced class, you will know everything I know, and the rest is going to be up to your innate ability. And the more you do it, I'm telling you, each frame gets easier, man, and girls. So just stick with it, and I'm telling you, you can turn it into a career. That's what I did. I got my obviously right, got the website up, got the Instagram up, all that stuff, and just started reaching out to people in Facebook groups, Instagram, whatever, forums, and yeah,
And then you get cool guys like us who promote it and then promote channels and stuff like that. That's what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be one big community where we're helping each other. So
yeah.
there's a lot of good stuff. Snoring Rich Institute. SNI.
I like that.
The SRI. Oh, geez.
That's great.
That's funny.
So anybody got any questions yet about the university at all, or like any other questions I should say? Feel free, any class.
Yeah, guys.
Do you have any?
I'm gonna put.
I mean, it's Wix.
Yeah.
It's on Wix.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I can't access it for some reason. I don't
You
know
guys
why.
feel free to reach out to any of us on Instagram. Feel free to reach out to any of us and ask us about a particular class, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, get the conversation started.
Here you go.
Of course,
Just put the link in there.
Well, most are going to be 3 hours per day. So for me personally, I'll start with me. Beginner class is 1 day, 3 hours. Intermediate class is 2 days, 6 hours. So 3 hours each day. An advanced class is 3 days for 3 hours each. That might not even be enough time. We'll see how the first one goes. But the advanced class is pretty damn involved. What about you guys?
I think because we haven't done a class yet, I think it's going to vary. I mean, it depends on, especially when you're talking about builds. Like if you're doing a Polymer 80, the new one, we have to know how that works. So which we're going to have first and have that content.
Right. Yeah. First one, baby.
Yeah. So it takes time. I mean, you're talking about a SIG. If you want to do it right and have first time quality and stuff like that, I mean, it just takes time. But like your basic classes, like maintenance, lubrication, cleaning, all that stuff, all the basic stuff doesn't take long at all. So it's hours. It's not, well, we're going to have you for a whole week. We're going to teach you what you need to know, get you confident, and then you'll come back, show us what you got. And then we'll have competitions in the forum for best builds or best whatever, stippling or whatever we come up with. I know there's a lot of things we want to bring to the community. Are there pee breaks? Yes. You go whenever. You're an adult. You're an adult. Remember that. You get to do whatever you want.
Raise your hand. You got to be like,
yep. Help. I need an adult.
Hold it.
That's what I used to say back when I was a regular deputy, man. Like I would call my sergeant. I'd be like, "Hey, I need an adult here."
That's funny. What else we got?
Let me see if I can share the screen. You guys go ahead and keep doing.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna run out of time soon because we got Ralph's show coming up, and I know we'll have a dip. But is there anything you want to say while you're here, Will? I know we're going to have you on a show, and you're going to get to talk about your glorious company that you're
Glorious, huh?
glorious.
You know what? I don't know, man. I guess just relating to Freedom Crew, man. I'm just excited to do it, and I think we speak a lot about how we're keeping freedom alive and we're giving people that knowledge, right? And that's definitely an aspect to it. Uh, for me personally, man, I see this as, Sarge, you and I like to use that word purpose a lot. I see this as giving somebody purpose in their life.
Yeah.
Like, get them, boys, get them. Where they at? Where they at?
There's Freedom Crew University website right here. Let me expand that. So as you can see, at the moment, and this isn't going to be limited to just this. We're working on other classes as well, but we have Glock building, Glock assembly, SIG P320 building, SIG assembly. There's Will's sessions right here for stippling basic, stippling intermediate, stippling advanced.
That mentorship is awesome. That's going to be for the people that really want to make that a business. That's going to be a great thing to have, because Will having gone through all the ups and downs and me being there with you to support you and help, push that out and stuff. Like I seen it firsthand. All the things that were going on with you, and so it'll be very beneficial.
If you have a 3D printer but you just don't know how to set it up, don't worry. We have a class for that. 3D printing basics. I'm actually interested too. I haven't gotten into 3D printing yet.
No joke.
We got the basics, 3D beginner, 3D intermediate, advanced, private lessons, AR build and assembly, AK build and assembly, 1022 rifle build, 1911 builds. I mean, and that's just what we have on the list right now. Like I said, in the future, we may have even more things popping up in these classes.
And I'll tell you, to elaborate on that, I actually, in the past, I never said anything just because, I'm not able to do it. But in the past, I've thought about doing a Cerakote class. And in my live today, somebody asked that I want to learn Cerakote. And I said, dude, you know what? I don't have my own Cerakote set up right now, right? But once I do set up Cerakote, I would love to teach a Cerakote class, because I actually enjoy Cerakote a lot. To be honest, maybe even more than stippling. I'm torn, but it's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot that we can offer in the future. Everything's got to start somewhere. Just like some of those classes won't be available yet.
Yeah.
But they're going to come in the future. And then, for anybody that doesn't know what, I guess, my role, because you didn't see me in that picture, I am a chief instructor. I will be kind of a fill-in if it gets busy. But I'll be doing privates. I'm also doing the marketing stuff. I've been working on with my nerd who's in here, Caleb, some advertisements and stuff like that. So you'll see those coming out. You'll start seeing a big media push. If you follow all of us, you'll start seeing a big push here soon. But in order for us to reach the people and beat the algorithm, we have to push. So if you get kind of annoyed because we're posting a bunch of stuff, I'm going to say I'm sorry. Thanks for following us. Keep checking out our stuff. We appreciate you.
Help that out.
But yes, please share. By all means, share too. Get the word out. Because the more people that we reach, the more the algorithm's going to take us seriously and say, hey, this is, good stuff. It means something, so we're going to push it out. Because we need to get more people on our side. We need more of us in our community.
Roma.
Yes.
I mean, it's true, man. Let's keep pushing.
So here's the other thing too: as this grows,
there's
going to be opportunities for other people.
Oh yeah.
Because the more that this grows, I mean, think about it. We all can't be there 24/7, especially if this becomes huge, right? We're
Right.
going to need people. And that's why it's important for people to come in and be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, that being said, I mean, are there any other questions in the comments? Because I know Ralph's show is coming up in about 10 minutes. So,
Thank you, Savanity. Appreciate it. Yeah, we don't want to miss that. I got to be there so I can see these fire roasts. I
yeah,
don't
so
want
we
to call
got
them fire builds. They're fire roasts. The commentary,
Quick as to sleep.
the jokes. That's why I like going there.
yeah.
Ralph is a good
I'm
host,
kidding.
too, man. He's
Yeah.
he's funny. I caught somebody on YouTube the other day. He was like, "What's up? It's your boy." He's like, "Wait, nope. Someone on YouTube already does that. Take two." And then he did another. And I sent it to Ralph, and he started cracking up. He's like, "Man, at least he watches me."
Yeah.
I was like, "You famous,
Yeah,
bro?
man.
Yeah. I know, right?
Can I get your autograph?"
We appreciate you guys, and I know we're gonna have. I'm really excited about having you on because I think maybe you should kind of tell people what's going on real quick before we leave. Maybe just a little bit of magic you want to tell them.
Well, yeah. So, I haven't posted any work in quite some time. Hey, listen. Sometimes life takes you by the throat and chokes you and just bitch slaps you around a little bit. Reminds you who's in charge,
Yeah.
and you got to submit. um, but yeah, taking charge back, right? So I'll basically be back in business, officially back in business very, very soon. Found a spot to set my workshop up at and officially signed the lease yesterday or two days ago. And
Nice.
now I'm just basically going through the whole FFL process again. But the good news is it's not going to take 3 months this time. It's only going to be about 6 weeks, right? And the
Good.
books will open back up, guys, and I'll be able to take an order. I have a big wait list. Some of them have been super, super patient and understanding, which is
I know I'm one of those wait lists.
He's been the longest.
I'm ready. I'm like, yes, come on, man, let's do it.
Yep,
Let's do
yep.
it.
But Shogun Customs is coming back very, very soon, guys, and I'm excited.
Congratulations on that, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Panda. Thank you, man. It's been a rough ride since June, man.
I know, man.
I went from Utah to San Diego for like a month, sold the house, went to Arizona for like a month.
Yeah, where you thought this was going to be it. Yeah, maybe I'm going to stay here.
Yeah. And now I'm in Michigan, putting down the roots,
Yeah.
Hey. Sometimes the path you imagine isn't necessarily the path you're gonna
go down,
come across.
Yeah. That's true.
Everybody wants to go shoot up, but sometimes
they want to take
they're like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck is going on.
No.
Honestly, like in the bigger grand scheme of things, man, us as individuals, we're very cocky and confident in I know every fucking thing. Oh, I got my 5-year plan, 10-year plan. No, I got this shit handled. Man, in the reality grand scheme of thing is there's no security. You just don't know what the hell is going to happen, where your life is going to end up, what's going to some type of event is going to take place that forces you to make some kind of move in life somehow. And, then you got to process your emotions and then what the hell you want, what you thought you wanted and what you want. Oh, nope, I was wrong. It's a mess, man.
Right.
So, yes, Panda, you're right, man. It's like a roller coaster. It really is, man.
But I mean, if you don't ride the ride, you're not gonna never know what's gonna happen. It's easier to be on the ground versus going up, because of the fear of the unknown and all that stuff. And I mean, you got to get rid of that. It's just like, I guess, combat per se, right?
Yeah.
That fear that you have where you're like, I don't know if I can do it. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been trying to overcome that myself because I had never pictured myself as wanting to do content or anything like that. So I definitely understand that piece. And it's funny because I've been to combat, I've been through other stuff, and that doesn't bother me. Was I scared? Yeah, I'll admit it. To this day, even if you put me in another gunfight, I'm going to be scared. I
You're supposed
promise
to
you
be
that. Yeah, I'm going to be scared.
Yeah.
But it's what I
Yeah,
do
'cause-
with that. It's where I'm comfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. It's where I'm comfortable being at is where that adrenaline's flowing and me having to make those quick decisions like life or death, you know? So,
And I always tell everybody Michael Jordan used to throw up damn near every game. Before the game, he would throw up because he was still nervous. Like he was still meant something, you know? You think the greatest basketball player in the world nervous throwing up over what? What's he got to be nervous about? Man, we are programmed that way to have some level of fear in a situation, man. You know, and if you don't, you're just a psychopath. You know, you ain't wired right. Yeah, that is the only thing. I saw he has something about it earlier.
Yeah, it was about the FFL. I pretty much said I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be an FFL like course where we help people do that or not. I don't.
No, he's saying
honestly, I don't know.
No, he's saying how long for FFL for ammo related things. Anyone do that? I'm not sure I understand that question fully, but if you're just asking how long to get an FFL, it's usually 90 days.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Every state, every city,
No.
every
He's talking about
jurisdiction
ammo. He's talking about ammo. How
Yeah,
long before it's
it.
mandatory for that? Like, well, I'm not going to have that problem.
Oh,
I hope not, unless Austin becomes what we are for our state. So,
yeah.
sorry, Savanity. I'm tracking now. But anyhow, we don't want to stay on here too long. We'll close out. Thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna let Panda take it away. Let Will do his thing, and then I'll close her out.
Well, I should probably go first because Panda is the host.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go last. You gonna give me the last word?
No, you're the middle guy. You're in the middle where we want you, right here.
So I'm gonna go last.
In the middle.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go last.
Oh, you're going last. Okay, go ahead, man.
You're in the middle.
I feel so honored.
No.
So, guys, again, the most important thing from tonight's live is make sure to go check out Freedom Crew University. Also, make sure to go check out our show sponsor, NuPrint Custom Firearms. Again, the description is their links are in the description below. And what did we say that we were gonna do? Angry Panda, Angry Trash.
Yeah.
Angry Trash will get you 10% off your order with NuPrint Custom Firearms. Hit them up. They're doing amazing work. Very clean. Go check out their Instagram. Go check out their Facebook. You can reach out to them through Instagram and Facebook. They are working on their website.
I will tell you, I will caveat on that. Instagram's better. Don't do the Facebook. Just Instagram. So if you have Instagram, the website, you can try that. If you have any problems, find a way to reach out to me and I will get you in contact with them. It's pretty easy. So,
but yeah, that being said, I mean, make sure to go subscribe to Will on Instagram. Go follow him, and you guys already follow us.
He's trying to pass me up, so please help him do that.
I can't get to Panda yet.
But yeah, guys, Will,
Will,
go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, I always usually say something along the lines of let's all be sincere to each other, right? Let's exercise modesty. Let's be humble. Let's treat each other with kindness and compassion, be understanding, and just treat each other better. That's it. That's all I ask. Pay it forward. Boom. And go follow me on Instagram.
And YouTube. So get his Instagram and YouTube up. That would help.
That's
that
right.
way he can make fun of me because he passed me up and he
Yeah.
has 0 content.
Yeah, that's right. Got 2 videos.
So on that, thank you guys. I appreciate you for coming, especially some of the new people. Thank you so much for showing up. I've seen some new names out there, and I am so grateful, so humbled. Thank you, Will, for being here, filling in for the last part. I can't wait till we have you on your own show, so that way you could be the spotlight and you get to choose whatever you want to do.
All about me, baby.
All about you.
Oh, look at
Birthday
me.
cake and all. We'll get you a birthday cake, even though it's not your birthday.
Uh-huh.
But on that, you guys, thank you. It's a new year. I know we're in month 2, February. So let's keep grinding and supporting people that you care about. If you like their stuff, go buy it. Go take care of them. That's how they make a living. So thank you. And we'll see you on the next one.
Have a great evening, everybody.